Episode 11. Hello, everyone. We have the enemy now. They now have is that she has legally she is seen as the mom, so she goes in just like the end of the episode to divorce him while talking to Jang Hoon. Now it's a big show with the three moving in secret for the common goal of destroying her husband and walking away from the group with her child, and also not destroying the group in the process. Haja breaks out of rehab, which is the husband of the sister-in-law. So in case we don't know, they have everyone has like really similar names because of the last name and how everything sounds in my head. So I apologize if it's not exactly correct. And his wife tells Sohee that the release and files of her, and she basically tells him like this, tells the sister-in-law that Jung-ho can threaten her all she wants about the fact that she's gay, but you can do whatever you want, but it's not going to change anything, because one thing, people probably wouldn't believe it, and two, because even if they do, we don't live in the prehistoric world. We live in 2021. But I'll be honest with you, 2021 Korea isn't like, probably would be a giant scandal still. But first of the plan is figure out Miss K and Sohee get to understand about what happened in their past week, because it goes backwards for episode 11, where they basically, what happens is that you see what happened during that week before she comes back fully put together. And at first, Miss Kang doesn't have an understanding of what she wants to do, but she knows she wants to apologize for what happened, because this is directly after she miscarriages. She understands that she had a part in what happened, and that even though her goal was to take her child, she did it the wrong motherfucking way, and it resulted ultimately in her miscarrying, which wasn't fair to her at all. Because even though all this stuff was happening, she still had a baby that exists, and that was messed up. So she asked the sister-in-law if she could figure out where she is, and she goes back to the house that she used to live in before she got married. And at first she's kind of like doesn't want to deal with her. She tries to make her food and stuff, trying, what did you do when someone's sick? And she's like, I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to have anything to do with you. But over time, over the week, she starts talking to each other. They both have an understanding about things. She explains to her, like, I made decisions based on what I thought I knew and what I could do. My own family was not even wasn't even receptive to the fact that I was pregnant. They told me to get an abortion. It wasn't something that she could handle on her own. So she eventually she eventually left, and she left her job, and she was penniless. And then her son got sick, and she just thought there was the only people left. And by allowing them back, she lost him. And it wasn't her intention to do that. It was just the fact that this was what happened. And she was with her son for 18 months. She was never going to come back. And this is what happened. So it's pretty interesting what happened and how everything kind of worked itself out. And at the end of everything, Sohee gives Miss Kang, Jahan, John Hoon, his baby, first tooth he fell out, because she's like, you helped that child grow for 18 months. Without you and without your sacrifice, this child may not have been here. So I appreciate the fact that you came back for him, and I know everything went sideways but that's not really how anything in this worked and how any of this wanted to be done. And so I like that, the fact that there was kind of a full circle in that. Then we have the sister-in-law's husband. Basically, he finds out about he gets out, because remember, he gets out, he runs away. His son basically decides that he doesn't want to be heir and stuff, and he throws it away. And his stepmother allows it, and he gets out after he finds out that his younger brother becomes heir, and because of that, and basically he cleans house. He fires the maid, saying and stuff. The grandmother's all hyped up, but she's like, I'm not in really position to do anything, but I'm a hype up about this madness. She fires her. Youngmaster runs off with her, basically saying like, I'm here for you. I want to be with you. I understand this is going to be tough, but if you're willing and ready, I'll stay with you. And basically the father's like, how could you let him do that? And she's like, I'm just listening to his wishes and desires. And he's like, you're not a good mother. I would have forced him. And he's like, you are not a good father because you're not listening to what he wants and what his desires are. So that was one of those things where it was, both of them heard him, but heard a different thing. He sees her as being selfish because of his own goals that he cannot fulfill himself, not understanding that he probably has different goals. And he doesn't want to sacrifice his life for this company because that's not his goal in life. His goal was never to be the person in charge. He just wants to be him. And when we go into the next episode, it talks about how the fact that he doesn't actually know what he wants to do with his life because he's never asked that of himself. But that's basically the end of that level of storyline for that episode. Basically, they track down, the brother-in-law tracks down everything. He finds out all the stuff about who the guy is. He calls him up. He makes this deal to fight his brother because he knows he's evil and everything. The sister-in-law barges into the office of Hanja and basically throws all the stuff that he's seen working on stuff, and a big reveal. Then basically, the sister-in-law is like, okay, yeah. She also asked Susie Chow in her next interview to expose her because she's like, it's gonna happen anyway, so might as well you just drop that bomb. We end with the episode of him asking her like, oh, when's the baby? Because remember, he still thinks that Han Yi still thinks that Suhi is pregnant, and he opens the door to the nursery that she keeps locked to find the bloody dress, and basically turns him in a oh my god episode. Yeah, you killed my child. You are a killer. And you murdered my child. So it's like, we all knew it, but this is the first time he knows about it. So that was something interesting. That was episode 11. I'm going to come back maybe today and film episode 12. Maybe tomorrow. Like and subscribe, and I hope everyone enjoyed this. It is kind of jumbled this time around because I'm still school, but yeah, have a good time.